Welcome back, beautiful people, to another episode of Not So Good Advice, where me, the host Lou Bloom, gives you, the beautiful people, well, not so good advice. Yes, yes, and yes, I had to give you the triple yes because, well, we did it again. Another episode coming up for you, the beautiful children of this world. Episode, I believe, 20. Episode 20 is here for you. As fast as Christmas came, Christmas left. And it ain't coming back for another year, I believe. Another year. And trust me, I saw Santa, and let's just say he left crumbs everywhere, and his ankles were looking pretty thick. So, I mean, hey, what are you gonna do about it? Some people, they're just thick in certain places than other people. You know, you get it? Okay, disclaimer. This is not legal or professional advice. This is strictly for comedic and entertainment purposes only. You should not be taking this literal. But if you do take it literal, like, comment, subscribe, send an email. notsogoodadvice19@gmail.com, because we're dying to know how it went. Did it go good? Did it go bad? Are you in jail? Are you looking down upon us from heaven and it didn't work out for you? We want to know. Send that email. I also want to mention this is a safe space, so I mean 100%. Whoever you are, whatever you're into, whatever you do, as long as it's not illegal, send that email, ask those questions. We're not afraid, baby. We push boundaries around here, baby. We are not afraid. So, without further ado, let's get into it. First one, the title goes as, I'm there for everyone, but no one is there for me. I feel like no matter what I do or do not do, I'm always the one person people come to for comfort or just simply to listen. I'm here to listen to them. And don't get me wrong, I enjoy comforting and listening to my friends and family. I love them. It's just sometimes I'd like to have some love in return. It's not like I do nice things just to get things done in return. I don't always expect it. It would just be nice once in a while to know that the people I care for most in my life value me too. For instance, I'll go to see a movie with my brother that I really don't want to see simply because he asked and is passionate about it. Yet, I have done the same thing and not a single one of my family members wanted to come with me. So, then I went alone. It just hurts. Or like my sister will need someone to vent and I'm always there for her. Yet, if I try to talk to her about anything, she just makes it about herself. Does this ever go away? Or will I always feel like I don't matter? Or simply that my family does not love me? It feels like I have no one. Well, that's completely understandable. I understand and I get you. And if it makes you feel any better, Lou Bloom is always here for you. No matter what, all the time, every time. Send a message and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And I'll even make a video about it. Okay, I'll take that back. I'm a busy man and I'm not going to be here all the time. But you know who is there for you all the time? The guy upstairs. The man upstairs. Karma, Buddha, Osiris, Jesus, God, whatever you believe in, he's up there for you. They is up there for you. She's up there for you. So you should maybe pray. Pray every once in a while and they'll listen. But I'm always here too. Send a video and I'll take care of you. But if I had to say, technically the advice, right? Do you ever feel like, you ever know a construction site or maybe like a hardware store, maybe your dad's garage? You know those things, they open up that toolbox and they grab a drill or something and they just, right? And they just open up that toolbox and they throw that drill back in there and they just smack that toolbox back, right? You know those pliers that they come, oh, fuck, I need this, hold on. They get the pliers and up, right? They just use whatever they have and they need at the moment. They use it. They use anything. And then they throw it back. Literally. That's you. You're being a tool. You are being a tool. You are in the toolbox. They opened it, they grabbed it, they used it, and they shut that shit back closed. So maybe you should just stop trying to be a tool a little bit. I mean, unless you really enjoy it. You should like just do things for people and just not expect anything in return, you know. Or let's be honest, like don't be so sensitive about it. Just don't, because people are going to use you. They always will. And you need to understand that. I think maybe you're a little too sensitive about it, because whatever you do, don't expect anything in return. Don't have hopes up for anything. Anything. So when something does come back, you'll be like, whoa, nice. And it can be just a nice, sweet little treat for you. That's what I recommend, honestly. You know, or just have more of a hard shell. Don't be so nice every time, all the time, you know. Someone asks you for advice. I mean, you ain't me, but if someone wants you to listen, go to the movies, just be like, oh, I don't like that movie. What the heck? Why would I go to the movie theaters? No, I don't want to watch that. You can say that. It doesn't hurt every once in a while. Might even feel good. Okay, next question. Husband is in prison, has become paranoid, need advice. I don't even know if this is the right place for this. Trust me, it is. But my husband over the past year or so has become horribly paranoid. We have the option of long family visits, and during our last visit, he expressed intensively paranoid ideas, like that I was given a microphone, or that others were manipulating our mail, and that our correspondence was probably fake. There were way more delusional and impossible things he mentioned. Also, when I disagreed, he freaked out on me. I was shocked because he has never been like this before, and we have known each other for many years. It's like he suddenly became a different person. He's usually patient and easygoing, but now this extreme change over less than a year. He lives in a very restricted conditions, max security. Wow. Now that's a record, which I know can affect mental state especially badly, but I thought the worst was past since he has already been there a decade without this kind of problem. Whoa, a decade? What is that, 10 years? I don't know what to do. He is so fearful that he won't seek help, and his paranoia has gotten so bad that it has actually caused conflict with the staff, and he has injured himself. Whoa. Okay. He has up until this point, but an exceptionally well-behaved model inmate. He has earned a lot of privileges that are now in danger of this being taken away. Do any former inmates or family members have any insights? Any suggestions? Is that common? Is it likely to get worse? We have, what are your thoughts on this? I don't know if we can overcome this, such an acute paranoia, if it continues. Okay. Well, if he's been there for over a decade, how long is he gonna? Okay, let me just say this: you're a real one, and you are really in love, and you're probably 2 steps below an angel, because I don't know how many girls, how many ladies, how many people in this life would still be by their partner's side if they've been in prison, maximum security prison. What the heck did he do? Even though it's been over a decade, it's crazy. It's crazy, but he's getting paranoid because he's going crazy. He's locked up in a cage like an animal. But what did he do? Maybe he deserves to be in a cage like an animal. Yeah, he's going crazy. He's a maximum security, so there's probably killers all around him. Maybe he is a killer. I don't know. Maybe he is. But he's clearly going crazy. My advice to you is keep sending him letters, keep sending him pictures and poems, keep putting money in his, what is that, commissary? Keep putting money in that. Keep visiting him, and just, I don't know, try to soothe him, try to calm him, and like really, really remember where you're at, really remember why you're doing this, who he is. But just know, I'm pretty sure you know this, things change, people change, feelings change. So that shit definitely changed him. And when he's out, you think he's going to be the same? You think he's going to be normal? I mean, what is normal? Nothing's really normal. But he's definitely changed. So do what you got to do. I don't know if you got kids. Stick by his side. And really like just try to soothe him. Keep putting money in that commissary. Don't stop writing notes, letters, draw pictures for him. Remember, bring up memories of things that you have done with him, or things he's done with outside of prison. And I say, like, draw pictures for him, give him advice, or just tell stories, write stories down for him. Maybe you could even draw, I don't know, have a really nice artist draw a naked picture of you, naked pictures of other women, fantasy women that aren't real, because that's worth a lot in there. I'd say. I mean, fuck, who knows what he's going through? Who knows how many times he's almost been violated, physically, emotionally, spiritually. Who knows? But good luck with that one. Kind of depressed. Where's a nice place to walk around with some headphones on? Found out my ex was cheating on me a week before the holidays, so I've been a bit down. Rather than sulking, I thought I'd find some place to walk. Does anyone have recommendations? Hope everyone had an awesome holiday weekend. Yeah, actually, I did have an awesome holiday weekend. Let me see this real quick. That's a bummer that your lady has. Yeah, your lady really that's crazy. Your lady cheated on you on the holidays. Yikes! Before the holidays, what? It's just I don't get it. Why? Why the most horrible times? The most horrible times ever. So, yeah, I mean, this is what I'll do. Okay, go find a nice mountain, hike the mountain, or beach, or even a forest. Okay, this is what I do. Mountain to hike on. Get your headphones, noise canceling if you can. Put those suckers in, and play Skyrim music. Skyrim soundtrack, I swear. Or, better yet, Oblivion soundtrack. Put on those headphones, play the Oblivion soundtrack, and just go for that hike. Go for that hike up a mountain. And just picture yourself in some sort of medieval Renaissance fantasy land, and just try to forget about it. I mean, when I would hike with my dog, I used to love that shit. I used to love it. It was awesome. It was amazing. That's what I would do. Or, another thing, look up late 90s, early 2000s music. Put them in your ears and go walking around the mall. Go walking around the mall listening to late 90s, early 2000s music. That shit is awesome. It's crazy. You'll feel like you're freaking... You'll feel like you're... I don't know, that one actor dancing with headphones in that stupid suit. You'll feel like him. Walk around the mall. Look at the people. Look at them. Look at the dumb people walking around living their lives. Buying stuff they really can't afford and shouldn't buy. Do that. It always makes me feel better when you start people watching. You're walking around the mall. Oh God, the craving disease. Na. You always get what you need. Some song like that, right? I don't know the lyrics, but listen to that song. Start walking around the mall. Trust me, you'll feel better. It'll change you. Okay, next question. What are other ways to boost your confidence that don't revolve around appearance? I think I've finally come to a point in my life where I'm happy with the way I look. And while it does boost my confidence a little, I still can't seem to carry myself with confidence. I know there's more to confidence than looks, and it probably has most to do with contentment with yourself and knowing your values, etc. But what are some other things to focus on to boost your confidence? Okay, this might involve a little bit of your looks, but I won't start with that one. I'm going to start with this one. Go do jiu-jitsu or wrestling, Muay Thai, martial arts. Do that stuff. Do that a couple months, 3 months. That will boost your confidence. Once you start getting good at it, it's going to boost your confidence. You're going to walk in a room and you'll realize, whoa, I can probably, I'm better than the 80% of people in this room, because I could probably defend myself way better than everyone else. and choke them with my hands. Something like that. It boosts your confidence. Really does. But use those powers for good, not evil. Another thing you should do is, I always say this, go to an open mic and do comedy or poetry or sing a song. Just sing a song. Like, force yourself to do that. At least like 2 times, 3 times a week. Every city, downtown areas, whatever around you, they'll have open mics. And if you do that, that would really boost your confidence. And you'll learn how to speak in front of people. And you'll learn how to you'll learn how to speak better. Be funny, whatever. Just do that. Another thing, the last thing, it might deal with your appearance. You're going to have to do some drills. Some social drills. You're going to have to walk around the mall or Walmart or Macy's or Marshall's. But don't be a weirdo. But walk around, right? And talk to people. Talk to anyone. How's your day going? You work here? How long have you been working here? Oh, do you like it here? Where's the bathroom at? Oh, have you ate here before? It looks good. I'm not from around here. Just do that. And it will build your confidence. And then, lastly, to really build your confidence, you're going to have to do a drill. This is a drill. Put on like a mask or draw on your face like a mustache, a unibrow maybe. Like, do ridiculous shit, okay? Fake tattoos and maybe fake earrings, right? Wear like, have like a piece of gum or something. Like, have a new packet of gum, whatever. Literally, tape condoms to your face. Take them out of the wrapper. Tape them around your face. Or just get tape and wrap your face around it. That makes you look all crazy like that. Like do that. Come up to people and just be like, hey, do you want a piece of gum? Or be like, hey, which way's the bathroom? Just do that to as many people as you can. Don't get kicked out. Or do it until you get kicked out and then don't break the law. Walk out. Leave. But do that. And that's going to be a drill to boost your confidence. Because if you can talk to people with just looking ridiculous and stupid, then you'll be able to talk to people and have better confidence just being yourself. Trust me, it works. It's going to be hard at first and it's going to be difficult, but you'll be able to do it. Trust me, it works. Don't ask me how I know. Okay, am I being a creep? This one says, am I being a creep? There's this girl I work with who I really like. She's really cute and nice, and from the few times we've talked, we have a lot in common. The only issue is that due to us working on mostly different days, I hardly ever get to see her. I saw from our GC that she consistently works on Wednesdays, a day that I said I would be available to work, and when I first applied for my job, I just asked to my managers to send in a request to let me work Wednesdays. But as I'm now typing, I feel like I'm being a stalker. I'm mainly doing this so I could talk to her more often, although I wanted to work Wednesdays anyway. Okay, I don't think you're being a stalker, but you're being creepy. I don't think so, unless you tell her, hey, like if you start working Wednesdays and you work with her, be like, hey, I asked the manager to change my schedule so I can work with you. If you tell her that will come off creepy. So don't say that. But you just did, and girls do this all the time if they like a guy. The way they try to get at guys is different. You're doing like a move they would do. But you're physically doing it more in your favor. But they place themselves next to you so they could be noticed. That's what, not all of them, I'll never say all, but many of them do that. If they really like you, they'll try to get it. That's their way of getting it. Besides looking at you like a fucking weirdo. So you just happen to change your schedule. But I've done that before, not change my schedule. But I remember in high school or whatever, there's a cute girl and I told my teacher, hey, can you consider sitting me right there next to so and so? She's really pretty. And she did it and it worked in my favor. So that's cool. But that's maybe don't go past that. Don't follow her home or don't try to after that you're gonna have to be smooth and try to work your magic. But no, I don't think it's weird. But tread lightly because you're starting to maybe get into the weirdness. Okay, this is I've ruined my life. I recently ruined my life. I'm 27 years old and I've been abusing Xanax, cocaine, and alcohol. Fuck yeah. For the last 2 years, alcohol for the last six. I fucked up majorly, and after I blacked out, I woke up in county cell with multiple charges. Before this, I was educated with 2 degrees, a good resume, and certificates. I lost my job the same time at a big tech company, all in the anniversary of my sister's passing away. My mom is in her 60s, and the minimum sentencing I'm looking at is 3 years. 3 years. Not too bad. Does anyone have any advice? You came to the right place. I know I fucked up. My entire career path is gone now. My mom is ailing. I was her sole caretaker and provider, and she can't live independently with health issues. Since this happened, I've been terrified about what might happen to her. I don't know what to do, but I know things likely won't ever be good again. So, life's not over, baby. Life is not over. You're 27. It's actually just beginning, to be honest. Especially with this shit. You're really going to start finding out what you're made of. If you got 3 years minimum, let's say you get sentenced 3 years, you're probably going to do, honestly, 1.5. Maybe even 1 year. And then probation. That's probably realistically what you're going to get. Depending on your crime, as long as it wasn't super horrible and violent, and as long as you didn't kill anyone, you'll be good. You'll be good. As for work, I mean, jobs are everywhere. You'll find another one. You just have to try to get this expunged and try to learn from it and try to get rid of this, mark on your record. But what did you do? That's what I want to know. Drugs and alcohol, they're bad. Don't do it. Xanax is one of the worst things ever created in the history of mankind. Trust me. You don't want to do that. You don't want to get involved. Cocaine too, it's bad. Especially nowadays, 2024, 25, all the fentanyl nowadays. You look at the thing. You look at the shit. You'll pass out and die. So, that's my advice is chill, relax, take a deep breath, get the lawyer. Anything you say or do will be used against you in the court of law. Remember that. They'll talk about the case when you're just going through sentencing or, bonds and stuff. The bond trial. So, yeah, have good faith. Stop doing drugs, bro. Come on, you're 27. I get it. It's hard, but you're too grown for that. Come on now. Like they tell you, don't do drugs. Look both ways before you cross the street. Don't talk to strangers. Recycle. Wait 30 minutes before jumping in the pool when you eat. All that shit. Listen to it. They don't say that for no reason. Okay, it's a real thing. So, you got 3 years. Most likely you serve 1 with probation, maybe 1.5, if you're being a good boy in there. I mean, look, at least you're not in a maximum security prison, and it's been more than a decade. I mean, you can be happy about that. How manly is it to fart loud at the urinals? When I pee at the urinals, I like to pull my pants down to my ankles and fart loud with a, oh yeah! So, it is pretty manly. And, I'll salute you because that's probably one of the manliest things you could do as a man is not only pull your pants down, pull them to your ankles and just like something like that. If you could really do that, it's a show of dominance. So, you're letting everyone know, hey, this is my area, this is my urinal, and I'm ready to defend all the resources at any cost. That's actually a very outspoken, act or that's an act of dominance right there. But you have to be careful because some people will step up to the challenge of that dominance, and maybe you won't be really quite fit to protect or keep your resources and your land. Because, there's always a bigger fish in the sea, right? Or the pond. So, but yeah, it's pretty manly to do that. And yeah, I mean, that's what it's meant for, right? You're not at a bakery. You're at a place where people be dropping loads. It is what it is. So, that's my recommendation is yeah, it's pretty manly. So, yeah. Next one. What's some brutally honest advice that everyone should know? It could be anything related to life lessons, practical insights, harsh truths people often overlook. I got some for you. I got one. So, my advice for that would probably be at the end of the day, really, at the end of the day, and this goes for anyone, girls, boys, men, women, anything in between, young, old, anyone. When you're older, it more makes sense though. You can't really rely on anybody but yourself. Like if you really, truly want to get something done, if you really, truly have aspirations and ideas in your mind and you're trying to get it done, you can't rely on anyone. Like do it now and do it yourself, because if you're waiting for your friend, if you're waiting for this, if you're waiting for that, do it accordingly. Do your due diligence and do it, strategically. Do it like that. But you have to do it yourself, because really, you can't wait on anyone in this life, especially nowadays. Like, you can't wait on anyone. Anyone. Like you if you want shit done, you have to get it done. You have to do it yourself. If you want anything done. I mean, I think that's my brutally honest and best advice that everyone should know, is just do it yourself. Later on, if other people join, if you're going to get help from other people, cool. But if you're just waiting on other people, don't do it. It's not worth it. Like, do it yourself. Trust me, you'll get a lot farther. Okay, next one. How do I tell potential romantic interest that I hate the Xmas present, my Christmas present he got me? I'm 32, and he's 32 as well. We are not dating yet. I like him a lot, but also hate parts of him as well. Normal. I know he likes me, but I just cannot bring myself to commit to him. For instance, this is my aesthetic. My aesthetic is pop, punk, rock, bohemian, natural, and horror, which I know is all over the place. Sue me. Okay, I mean, you're probably broke, so. He bought me my pink and yellow pastel unicorn plushie. Okay, I'm just gonna pretend you didn't say that. With stars on its ass. Okay. Like, I wouldn't even buy this thing for my 5-year-old niece. It's the exact opposite of my tastes. So much that I thought it was for someone else when he bought it out, when there was no one else but us two eating together. Wow, fuck. My current plan is to mail it to my niece and tell him she stole it when visiting. If he ever asks if he buys me more, they're part of a set, and I hate lying to people. But he's so sensitive, and he was so excited to give it to me. Wow. For the record, I'm autistic. Right. And have very specific and strong likes and dislikes. He knows this, or at least he should, since we've known each other for more than 10 years. I also have no idea why he thinks a stuffed pastel unicorn is up my alley. Things we have done together: axe throwing, horror movies, haunted house, 18 and up horror circus. I bought a demon mask at the last one. What do I do? Oh, I see. So you're more dark, evil, and he's more like colorful and fluffy. I'm taking it. For one, don't be so ungrateful, because it's literally I don't know when you wrote this, but it's Christmas season, so you should be happy. Like it's literally this is what they made Christmas for. I know Jesus was born. I know, I get it. But this is literally it. It's not about the present. It's about the thought. That's what counts, the thought. So don't be so ungrateful. Like, you ever consider that? If I was him and I read this, I'd honestly, personally, get a little box, maybe about like 4 to 4 inches, 5 to 5 inches. I'll probably just, open it up, take a shit inside, close it up, get a nice red bow. You like black stuff, so black bow, tie that shit, sprinkles upon it, and I'll probably give it to you. And because you're so ungrateful, that maybe you would appreciate a box of shit instead of a unicorn plushie. I get it. It's not your thing, but you're a little ungrateful for that one. It's Christmas. Where's the holiday spirit? You know, and if you've been with him for 10 years, maybe you should start looking for something else. Clearly, you're not matching. Okay, I know they say opposites attract, but if you're a little spooky, dark, Halloween, autistic lady, that's kind of ungrateful. I'm gonna take his side. And I think he should leave you. I think maybe you're the side chick. You're probably the side, and he gave you something that you're right. Maybe it wasn't for you, and he gave the side chick the present that he forgot to give the main, or whatever. That's what I think. Ungrateful, but realistically, leave him. Clearly, you're not happy. Last question. Why do I attract domineering women? I've noticed a pattern in my life. As a softer, attractive guy, I often attract women who are dominant and powerful, not physically, but in their control over situations and influence over others. These women, who are often assertive and commanding, seem drawn to me in ways that make me wonder, what is it about me that they find so appealing? Is it my looks, which might contrast with their own energy? Or is it something deeper, like my emotional vulnerability or gentler demeanor, that makes them feel safe to connect with me? As a bisexual person, I've reflected on how this dynamic seems to repeat specifically with women, and it leaves me curious about what kind of balance they're seeking when they gravitate towards someone like me. Wow. So, wow. I thought about this one earlier today too. So what I think it is yes, you're a softer, gentler, more gentle man. Okay. So you're just in a relationship. I think someone, I guess you could say, wears the pants. Someone is, a little bit more. Someone has to lead the way. Someone has to drive the boat. Someone has to lead the ship, okay? And obviously it's not you. So I think that's what it is. They're and girls, if you're not fit to take charge, they'll take charge, and then eventually they'll leave you, or it won't work out. But that's what I think it is. Also, subconsciously, I think you're into it. I think you like women that dominate, And don't get me wrong. Look, I like women with a little attitude too. I do. I mean, they're not gonna walk all over me, but I can appreciate that. I like it. For real, I do. But I think you're into it. I think you like women that are more, I guess, dominant or influential, whatever that means. But I think you're into that, and you want them to, in a weird way, dominate you. I guess you just, I don't know. You want them to take control, like whatever. Like you're just into that shit. Like if you haven't got it now, I mean, you're bisexual, which if you ask me, means you're a little gay. Yes, it means if you're even like tipping toeing into that, you're a little gay. You're a little gay. So that means you're kind of like, that means if you're a little gay, it's okay, but you're kind of meant for a guy to be dominating you too, I guess. And I mean, I think a real normal woman and a bi man, that wouldn't work. A gay man and a normal straight woman, that shit's not gonna work, okay? And they're probably picking up on that, and they're gonna, they're naturally taking charge. So that's what's going on, and I think you kind of like it. That's why it's a pattern of you attracting that. That's what's literally going on. So I think you should recognize that and find out where that's coming from. Look inside, be introspective, and look where that's coming from, because clearly something's going on. Something's happening in there that you don't know how to react. Yeah, that's what it is. I mean, look, this is your life. Take control of it. Anything you want, anything you're into, go out there and get it. Go out there and get it. And whatever makes you happy, you do that. Because, trust me, what's the point of living life for other people, okay? Because, I mean, that's the whole point of life. Spread love, be nice to people, and spread joy, and look good while you're doing it. And maybe if you're lucky, you can make a little money at it while you're at it too. So, episode 20 in the books. Not so good advice. Like, comment, subscribe, send an email. Not so good advice 19@gmail.com. Hopefully, this advice worked or not. Who knows? Who cares? I'll see you on the next one. Love ya.